What's going on, YouTube? Jay here. Got a special fragrance. This fragrance has been on my to buy list for quite some time. This is from the spinoff of Xerjoff's Sospiro line. This is Sospiro's Opera. We're gonna do a presentation. First of all, they give you this nice little card here. Thank you card, handwritten thank you card, which is nice. For some reason, they give you a box of matches. I don't know why. This is the outer of the box. It says Sospiro Opera. I like to find out where their copyright is. I don't know if you guys can see that. Their copyright says Oud Road. I wonder if that's like a parent company or what. This is sort of the inner box, Sospiro, the logo with the sort of butterfly, kind of, if you can see that. Says a sigh of love which instantly turns into a perfume. You are already a flower, populating the world with your color. Exclusive bespoke collection. Regular fragrance information back here. Says the ingredients. Eau de parfum, 70% by volume. Logo here. I guess it's the same quote on this side. This is the inside of the box. As you can see, it's velvet, has a logo. The inner is like a satin little coffin. Here's the bottle. Looks just like the rest of the Sospiro bottles. I don't really get into too specific on things about the bottle, other than this is, I guess, supposed to represent like Egyptian helmets or hats or something. This is different from other Sospiro bottles. Most of them are, I think, purple. A couple of them are red. Sospiro and Sospiro Opera, and I forget the name of the other one, which are black and gold as well. But this is one of, I believe, two that are black and gold. So let's get into it. First of all, let me say this is a pricey little fucker. Very, very, very expensive. The only reason that I jumped on it right now is because I got a slight bit of a discount. But let's get into what it smells like. It is very beautiful. It's a very close cousin to Unforsaken by Kerosene. In my opinion, Opera is much more sweeter, and Unforsaken is slightly muskier. This isn't, I wouldn't call it a beast, but it's no slouch either. The Kerosene doesn't last as long as Opera does, and although it's not cheap, I guess it could be, you know, a substitute if you want to replicate this scent and don't want to drop. I think this retails for about $430, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's a pricey fragrance. This, as well as Richwood, have to be two of the fragrances thus far that I feel like you should shell out that type of money for. This is definitely one of them, hence the reason I bought it. For those of you who are familiar with the dual personality of Kobe, how it kind of is two fragrances in one, this is sort of the same thing. It has citrus notes which range from pineapple to something I quite can't put my finger on. The base is vanilla and nutmeg. It kind of, to put it in the words that are easy to me, because it's kind of hard to explain most Xerjoff scents or Sospiro scents. It's kind of like Godfather 1 and 2. You can't really say which one is better than the other one, because both are just so freaking awesome. So, and I'm talking about the opening and the base of this fragrance. In the base, you get pure vanilla and nutmeg. I can't remember what fragrance got me to have a appetite for nutmeg, but this satisfied that. I think it was something from Scent Stories. and I was like, man, this stuff smells good. But the first sample I had of Opera, I wore it in like the end of summer, and it did quite well. It kind of depends on, it's one of those fragrances, it depends on what climate you wear it in, as far as what notes are going to come out and shine the most. In my opinion, if it's warmer outside, the citrus notes are going to reign supreme, especially that there's a slight pineapple note. And it's something I quite can't put my finger on. In the notes, it lists simply fruity notes, which is weird. But in my opinion, in a cooler climate, and I think I wore this on a trip to Cleveland, and sometimes it freezes up there. The nutmeg, oh my God, it is just mouth-watering nutmeg. It is gorgeous. I was like, oh my God, I smell so good. It's kind of, in my opinion, a slightly upscale fragrance, but I believe you could wear whatever, whenever, and if you're the right type of person, you could wear a very opulent or regal scent with just some jeans and a t-shirt on. It just depends on who you are. As I mentioned before, extremely expensive, but I think it is well worth it. If you guys can get a sample of it, I believe it's exclusive to First and Fragrance. There's one more site that carries it, but I don't believe you can get your hands on this in the States. I have not seen it to be available. Let's go over the notes real fast. Like I mentioned, fruity notes, Turkish rolls are in the top. In the heart, you have ylang ylang, sorry, I can't speak, nutmeg, ambergris, leather. In the base, there's patchouli, vanilla, Virginia cedarwood, vetiver, and musk. I wonder if anyone shares my sentiment with all the Xerjoff lines and fragrances, the Sospiro, Join the Club, Oud Stars. The notes, in my opinion, mean nothing. It's just that thing. Sometimes I can decipher whether or not I want to sample a fragrance just by the notes, and Xerjoff is one of those houses. It's also one of those houses I'm gonna sample no matter what. It's like you know, your favorite artist, you're gonna buy their songs no matter what without even hearing the album. You're just gonna buy it. Xerjoff is just one of those houses. Sospiro, Join the Club, and I'm looking forward to their new line, Alchemia, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna buy the samples regardless of what the notes, whether they look appealing or not. But that's my take on Sospiro Opera. Remember, I nicknamed it Pricey Little Fucker. Very expensive. And that's my take on it, guys. One of the best oh, I forgot to mention, this is a versatile fragrance. My last video, I showcased, I forget the name of it, Designer Shake 70, by it being the only versatile fragrance in my collection. And I'm gonna give a premature assumption and say that this is my new #1 versatile fragrance, as far as 3 seasons being fall, winter, and spring. So that's my take on it, guys. See you soon. I unfortunately did not find a summer fragrance that blew me away like I did last year with Pear and Olive from Slumber House. I have Keist, I think a sample of Keist left, and that is the last. I showed you my last video, my sample bag. I didn't find any jewels in that bag, unfortunately. I think I have Keist left, and I saw 3 more, or 1 more fragrance from Perfuma Roma, Orangea, I think is the name of it. That's the last sample I have, guys, but it's not looking good for me finding a summer bomb, which led to me buying this Pricey Little Fucker. So see you guys later, YouTube. If I find a jewel, I'll definitely let you know. Bye.